course of music history. These days, he's still recording and still touring, and he's enjoying collaborations with a bunch of good friends, some of whom have joined him on his latest solo album, Ringo Rama, which includes a tribute to the late George Harrison. And Ringo Starr has joined us in our Los Angeles studio. Ringo, thanks for joining us. This is your first collection of new material since Vertical Man. How much of your personality is in this?
Well, it's all my personality. It's got my name on it. But, you know, the songs are actually, I'm a co-writer on all the songs. And that way I can direct where I want the songs to go.
How did you decide who to share the tracks with? I mean, you've got guest spots by Eric Clapton, Willie Nelson, the Eagles.
Yeah. The Willie Nelson track is like, it's the most country track on the album. And so I thought it'd be great to, you know, I've loved Willie for many years. It'd be great to have him on the CD. The only problem with that, though he's great on the CD, I wasn't there when he actually did it, because by the time his tour bus got to LA, I had to be in Europe. But it sounds great. Eric was a different story, you know, the track Never Without You, I tailored to say, you know, how much George Harrison meant to me. And I called Eric and I said, I've got this track, would you play on it? And he said, sure. And that's how easy things are.
How hard was it, though, talking of Never Without You, your tribute to George Harrison, how hard was that for you, getting the lyrics right and then putting them down?
Well, it was pretty difficult because it was not long after George had died. And, you know, the track was about, it's about a band, we were young, it was fun, you know. And so I thought, oh, what a great start to a track, that it meant so much more than just what the words were actually saying. And in Never Without You, we actually use some of George's songs to say what I wanted to say. You know what I mean? Like a weird reverse thing.
Well, look, I've got a rough idea of what you're talking about, but let's get a better idea now. Let's just listen to part of Never Without You.
And your song will play on without you. And this world won't forget about you.
You're in your 60s now. Do you think you're singing and writing better than ever before?
I actually do. I think I'm definitely singing better. And, you know, I feel that with the collaboration of the other writers that you see on the CD, I'm writing better.
Within you, without you.
Do you still listen to a lot of music? I mean, do you keep tabs on what's going on in the industry?
I don't think I keep big tabs. I mean, my record collection is very abstract, you know, anything from classical to blues to rock to 60s rock. Some of, you know, I'm not really interested or involved in the sort of the dancing made on TV bands, groups. I'm more interested in bands that played like I play, like, you know, with Coldplay and Travis and people like that, who are actually bands doing it. That's more the music I enjoy. So for me, I come from a band heritage. You know, well before the Beatles, I was playing in bands, and after them, I'm still playing in bands. You know, I need a couple of pieces of wood in my hand to get to it.
Are you surprised that kids still run out to buy Beatles music at the recent increase again in the Beatles profile?
No. Well, I was surprised at the increase from the one album. You know, it's not the personalities anymore, it's the music, because not only people who knew us when we were there, not only their children, but their children are also buying the music, you know? And they have nothing to do with us, you know, when we were out there, they just hear the music.
Sure.
And that's what works.
How much do you regret the time that you lost because of alcohol and drug abuse? I mean, you've called it the messed up night world.
I don't regret it anymore. It's what I had to go through to get where I am now. I mean, I used to sit there regretting it, and it's absolutely of no good to sit there regretting it, you know. What you have to do is say, okay, well, missed that, now let's get going, you know.
You enjoy being back on the road again with the new edition All-Star Band?
For touring, halfway through the tour, there's always a moment when you turn and say, oh, God, what am I doing this for? And that's just, it's just that you're brought down by another hotel, another plane ride, another bus, or whatever. But you do it because at 8 o'clock, you know, that night, it's great. Because you're up there doing what you do.
Better than touring during the 60s with the Beatles?
The volume that we could pour out was very low. We didn't have all the PA systems they have now. Yeah. And the volume of the crowd was usually louder. So now we can go out and actually come across and people can hear everything you do.
Any plans to come back to Australia?
I have no plans right now. Thank you. But I loved Australia when I was there. Last time I was there, I think it was 84.
It's a long time between drinks.
Oh, it's been longer than that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, we'd love to see you come. We'd love to see you come back. Maybe you can squeeze us in that schedule when you hit the road again.
Okay, well, I want to say thanks. It was a pleasure talking to you, and peace and love, Australia. Peace and love.
And to you. Thanks, Ringo.
And don't forget, Ringo Rama, peace and love.